21. The dangers of health. You are a surgeon, and a bit of a philosopher. You are the head of a first-class team of organ transplant specialists that has an immaculate record of successful results. On your waiting list of 4 young people, all desperately ill and urgently in need of transplants without which they will soon die. Andrea requires a liver transplant, Barry a heart, Clarissa a pancreas, and Donald a set of lungs. No donors are available. You are in despair. You did not enter medicine for money. You wanted to help people and improve their lives, yet here you are, watching 4 people die. These people have done nothing wrong. They would have long and happy lives ahead, but for their illnesses. If only organs were available, all would be well, for you have overcome the problems of tissue matching, rejection, and so on. As you are about to tell your patients there is no hope, you note the arrival of the new receptionist, a young man, namely, Eric. You know from his medical records that he is healthy. Your eyes light up. You ask Eric to accompany you into the operating theater, to show him around, of course, of course. Your quiet reasoning is, I want to do my best for as many people as possible. By killing Eric, I am in a position to distribute his organs to Andrea, Barry, Clarissa, and Donald, saving their lives. True. The world no longer has Eric, but the world has gained the other 4 lives. 4 for the price of 1 is an excellent deal. Killing Eric would be illegal, but what is morally the right thing to do? Killing Andrea or one of the others for the organs would not help, given their organs' conditions. If we do nothing, we lose all 4, but, true, Eric lives on. If we sacrifice Eric, we lose his life, but gain 4. In terms of quality of life, relationships, contributions to society, all the individuals are similar, so, the moral question seems to rest on quantity. Yet, curiously, many people are horrified at the thought of killing one innocent individual, to save a greater number. Morally, ought you not to kill one person to save the lives of others? Most of us, as noted with earlier quandaries, are pretty inconsistent in our views on the importance of life. Let us assume, by the way, that we are here speaking solely of human life. In war, many people readily accept that innocent civilian lives will be destroyed to secure the greater safety of others. Or, bringing the concern closer to home, many people will die sooner than they otherwise would because governments, instead of increasing spending on health care, keep taxpayers happy with low taxes. Further, some tax revenues fund the arts, prestigious sports projects, and government entertainments. Were that money not so spent, it could be used to improve care for the elderly and poor, reducing the numbers that die each year. Our current society is such that many lives are lost merely to ensure a better quality of life for others. You, the surgeon, are proposing, though, to kill Eric to save 4 lives, not merely to increase their quality. Hence, ought we not to support your reasoning? If we think that we should, we may be following, somewhat crudely, the moral doctrine known as utilitarianism, in which the right action is that which will, or is likely to, bring about the greatest happiness of the greatest number. Is that what we should seek? Most people would say, no, to the idea. No one has a right to use my organs against my will, they insist. Many announce that we simply have rights over ourselves, self-ownership, and that it is morally wrong for anyone, against our consent, to invade us, take our organs, or kill us, unless we have ourselves done wrong. Some push this further, arguing that we also have rights over our labor and the results of our labor. Hence, most taxation is a form of theft. Such rights form the bedrock of morality, and such a morality makes the individual king. That is the idea. If the individual is king, it is morally wrong to bring about an innocent individual's death as the means to something else, however worthy, such as saving the lives of 4 others. Eric's death, though, is required for the others to live. Of course, sometimes killings happen as a result of doing what is morally right, yet they are unintended, even if foreseen. The killing of innocent civilians is not usually an aim of war. Rather it is, or is said to be, a very unfortunate side effect. Such unintended killing of civilians is justified in a just war, it is often argued, and is morally different from the killing of civilians that is the intended aim of some terrorists and, for that matter, sometimes the intended aim of nations at war, increasingly desperate. In contrast to making the individual king and distinguishing between intended outcomes and foreseen side effects, the utilitarian ideal gives top priority to the overall outcome being maximum happiness, whether deaths are side effects or deliberately intended. If the outcomes are the same, then, for utilitarians, there is no morally relevant difference. There is no moral distinction between, for example, acts of war and acts of terrorism, if the consequences are the same. That is the basic utilitarian line, prior to refinements. Even if we adopt the utilitarian stance, we may fault the surgeon's argument. Healthy individuals would feel highly insecure, as they do from indiscriminate terrorist acts, were there a policy of kidnapping and killing them to use their organs. Remember, those who benefit from the treatment may themselves become victims. Because of this insecurity, total happiness may well decrease in a society with such surgeons. Of course, this is so only if people know the policy is in operation. Suppose it were kept secret. Well, this is where too much utilitarian reasoning may damage our health and politics. See page 313. Looking healthy. Perhaps 'tis best to avoid walking too near a transplant hospital.